It's a pleasure to be here. And we have had a very interesting Defense Ministers' Council. I think it has been one of the most dense, intense, and frank and open discussion that I have had during my mandate. First, we discussed about our military support to Ukraine. I reiterated the urgency. Urgency is the key word. Urgency to agree on further military support for the short and also for the long term. First, the Ukrainian Minister of Defense, Mr. Umerov, updated us via video message of the situation in the battlefield and briefed us on the Ukraine's needs and priorities. It's important that today we have shared with Member States an aggregated data of our support to Ukraine. Since the start of the Russia invasion, almost 2 years ago, the European Union and the Member States all together, because my role here is to talk about all of us, not each one, but all of us. All of us, European Union, Member States, European institutions, we have provided, and please, this figure is very important, 28 billion of military equipment until now. This is not for the cause, it's not a provision, it's reality. 28 billion of military support to Ukraine until now. Then we asked the Member States about their commitments for this year. And I still don't have a complete answer, but many Member States have sent their input, and I can say that at least it's going to be 21 billion being budgeted for 2024 for military assistance to Ukraine. You can beat the acceleration. In a single year, at minimum, because there's still some Member States pending, 21 billion compared with 28 billion in the 2 first years. It's as much in 1 year that previously in 2 years. And this is only a part of the picture, because there are other significant positive trends. First, because I expect more information from Member States. And second, because there is another milestone, I would insist on the importance, is our training mission. We have almost reached the target of 40,000 Ukrainian soldiers trained through our training mission in Ukraine. And today we have agreed to add an additional 20,000 soldiers, and this will put the bar at 60,000 soldiers trained in total. This figure will be reached, 60,000, by the end of summer. And you know that good training means saving lives in the battlefield. Then we discuss in depth about our ammunition initiative. And here I want to clarify things. I hope I will give you concrete and precise information with production capacity, production, and the one that we have provided to Ukraine. Last year, the European Union, the Member States, committed to deliver 1 million artillery rounds to Ukraine within 1 year. Well, based on the latest information received from Member States, and I stress again, these figures keep evolving on a daily basis. Not all Member States have already sent their inputs, but with the overall picture at that moment, I can say that since last March, until now, until the beginning of this year, we have already delivered 330,000 ammunition rounds. So 1/3 of the objective, mainly taken from our stockpiles, from the existing stocks. By March, today, I expect this figure will be increased by 200,000 more, thus reaching 524,000. It's a little bit more, 52% of the objective. And this comes from destocking and individual and joint procurement. But this is a work in progress. The whole machinery of the European defence industry is working, and member states are passing commands. And by the end of the year, the planned deliveries will reach more than 1 million, because the figures on the pipeline amounts to 630,000. I said it's pending of formal confirmation, but I therefore can estimate that we will have delivered to Ukraine more than 1 million rounds of ammunition by the end of this year. This is the picture I currently have in terms of deliveries done or planned. And I insist, every day it changes. It keeps evolving and increasing, and it will continue increasing. The situation will continue to improve in the coming months. A different thing is production capacity. Between production capacity and production, there is something called command. I can produce if someone wants to buy my production. But to start with, we need production capacity. If there is no production capacity, you cannot produce. Well, Commissioner Breton and the European Defence Agency have been checking which is the level of production capacity, and it's a good news that production capacity has increased by 40% since the beginning of the war. We were at a very low level of our technological and industrial base of defence. And it has been increasing. We'll have to continue increasing, but 40% is quite a lot. Today, the production capacity for ammunition is almost 1 million ammunition per year. But by the end of the year, it will reach 1.4 million. It will continue increasing because the industry has been mobilized, is producing more, the capacity of production increases, and as far as more commands are passed to the industry, production will increase. Production capacity will reach 1.4 million by the end of the year, so we will be in a good situation to continue producing. For that, the European Defence Agency has signed 60 framework for the joint procurement of 155 millimeters ammunition. And these contracts have the remaining spare capacity for an estimated volume of 1.5 billion, and I have encouraged today member states to place orders. So the industrial capacity, 1.4 million at the end of the year, delivered to Ukraine something more than 1 million by the end of the year. We also continue our discussion on Ukraine Assistance Fund ahead of tomorrow's European Council. The fund would address Ukraine's most pressing needs, maximizing the European Union value added. Discussion is continuing, is ongoing, on the basis of the latest proposal that I have put on the table, has been well received, but the European leaders will meet tomorrow and we will continue discussing about it.